it's the ultimate. I'm lost for words.
LeBron, you are constantly faced with the din of noise from the outside, scrutiny and pressure. How, when everybody is coming at you, do you keep your head and perform at the level you do?
Listen, for me, I can't worry about what everybody say about me. I'm LeBron James from Akron, Ohio, from the inner city. I'm not even supposed to be here. That's enough. Every night I walk into the locker room, I see a number 6 with James on the back. I'm blessed. So what everybody say about me off the court, don't matter. I ain't got no worries.
Congratulations, LeBron. Shane Battier. Shane, it had been a monumental struggle. It had been a monumental struggle. There were times where it didn't look like you believed the jumper might ever go down. How, in the most pressure-packed situation, did you get that thing to fall?
It's better to be timely than good.
Congratulations. Mike Green.
Thank you, Doris. They are ready to celebrate. The emotions come pouring out. All the hard work that started way back with training camp, the end of September, early October, and that talented young coach brought the team together. Some new faces, some old faces, same result. Ends in an NBA championship. And you do have to give so much of the credit to Mickey Arison, the owner, very classy owner who provides Pat Riley with all of these resources necessary. Pat Riley had a plan, recruited the necessary parts, and then had a lot of faith in a special young talented coach to get the job done. And they do for the second straight year. A repeat here in Miami. Wayne Wade said, it's not fun going through the playoffs. He's having some fun right now. And it's just the beginning for these Miami Heat. What a finish here in these NBA Finals. And so much more on the Heat, but for the San Antonio Spurs, such a difficult ending. Game 6 right there for the taking, but they fell short, came right back with such character as they always have had, and fall short again. They're just, they're the model franchise in so many ways, and this is a tough one for them to end. They'll bounce back and they'll move forward, but a tough way to end.
Brutal, because they'll always believe they gave away Game 6. And
definitely,
they had their chances. Duncan point blank at the rim to tie it, and then a tip to tie it. And James just made too many jump shots tonight to be able to overcome. And then, as Shane Battier said, timely makes by Ian Wade. Just a terrific finish for Miami, but heartbreaking for the Spurs because of their window, closing rapidly.
Well, we made that mistake of saying they no longer make a run.
Not shut.
So we'd be foolish to say it again.
But it's been 6 years.
Right.
So it just shows you how difficult what Miami has done to get to 3 straight is, since San Antonio is so very good and hasn't been for 6 years.
Meanwhile, again, for San Antonio, a tough loss, but Miami, despite all the ups and downs that they had a fantastic regular season, but in the playoffs, the same thing as last year, as they had some of the doubts.
Well, you're going to be challenged, Mike, without question. Anybody that thought it was going to be easy was mistaken. And
definitely,
you mentioned this, Mickey Arison giving the resources, going into the luxury tax, gives Pat Riley the freedom to make basketball decisions. And we know about LeBron James, Wade, Bosh, and the role players, but that man right there, Erik Spoelstra, deserves so much credit for guiding this franchise the last 5 years and 3 straight finals trips. He is the best coach in Miami history, and he has more yet to come.
Definitely.
Nice to see that ear-to-ear grin for Erik Spoelstra. Well, we certainly congratulate the Miami Heat. For Jeff Van Gundy, Doris Burke, Steve Jabby, producer Tim Corrigan, director Jimmy Moore, and just a dedicated and talented, unbelievable crew. Mike Green saying more to come. Will return to Miami pay tribute to the 2013 NBA champions as the celebration continues here at the American Airlines Arena. Back-to-back championships for the Miami Heat. We'll be back after these messages.
All right, let's see if there's more, guys. Bear with me here. Past these commercials. Oh, there we go.
Welcome back to the American Airlines Arena. Many of the crowds still here celebrating their Miami Heat winning their second consecutive championship as they defeat the Spurs 95-88, their third consecutive NBA Finals. This era of the Big Three. 2011 had all the hype, but finished in disappointment as they lost to the Dallas Mavericks and received heavy criticism. But they bounced back and got better and got closer. And in 2012 knocked off Oklahoma City for the franchise's second title. A terrific performance last year. Could they repeat? It was a magnificent regular season, 66 wins, a franchise high, a 27-game winning streak during the regular season, second longest ever, and then on to the playoffs.
That was emphatic.
Who's ready to dunk? Wade on the drive, reverse layup, banks it in as he tumbles down, and the foul. Rebound Bosh, back out to Allen, his three-pointer, bang! Tie game! Green, blocked by Bosh. Game over. There'll be a game 7. And then it came down to one final game to decide an NBA champion. Two great teams. There's Dwayne Wade in another big game. 23 points and 10 rebounds. LeBron James, 37 points and 12 boards, including 5 three-pointers. Another magnificent performance from the game's best player.
Definitely.
Most was only 42, but he now has 2 championship rings. He'll be back in the film room probably in a couple of days. Ray Allen came to Miami to help the Big Three win a championship. Boy, did he help them in Game 6 for his second ring. Chris Bosh, often the lightning rod for this team, but he stood tall in some of the most important moments of the finals and the playoffs.
Bostrich.
Dwayne Wade, one of Miami's most beloved athletes, has now brought his city 3 NBA championships. And LeBron James, the last 2 years MVP, the last 2 years NBA champion, a magnificent player, a once-in-a-generation player who will do anything to win. He'll go for a three-peat next year. The Miami Heat, back-to-back titles. A team of star players, but star players who played great team basketball, unselfish, hardworking. Only goal is to win, and they are the 2013 NBA champions.
Tomorrow, the first place you'll see tonight's new NBA champions is ABC's Good Morning America. From the creator of CSI.
All right. I guess that's it, guys. Let me just make sure there's nothing more. Oh, what a night. Alright, that's about it. Congrats to the Heat. Again, on their second consecutive NBA championship. 2 championships in the last 3 years. 66.6% accuracy to be exact. Alright. Dwayne Wade's 3rd championship. LeBron's 2nd. Chris Bosh's 2nd. Before I forget now, LeBron James is one of 3 players in NBA history to win back-to-back season MVPs, back-to-back finals MVPs, and back-to-back championships. Okay, the only other 2 players that have done that, Bill Russell and the greatest player of all time, that guy right there, and this guy right here. All right. What can I say? Epic back-to-back wins for the Heat, games 6 and 7. I mean, I'm sure a good portion of people, including Heat fans, most likely thought that, you know, the Spurs had this game won in game 6 when the Spurs were up by 5 with about 21 seconds to go in the fourth, I believe. Anywhere between 21 and 24 seconds left to go, but then the Heat came back and just made 5 consecutive points. You know, incredible. Like I said, guys, as I mentioned in the Game 6 video, that the Miami Heat owe Walter Ray Allen, aka Jesus Shuttlesworth, the biggest thank you of their lives. There is no question about that. I mean, that was Ray Allen's most clutch 3 he ever made in his entire 17-year career thus far. At the age of 37 too, by the way. So that's huge. That guy still has it, you know. And as some of you guys have already probably said at the end of Game 6, that Jesus saves. Right? Anyways, let's see here. LeBron's stats for tonight. In 45 minutes of play, LeBron had 37 points on 12 of 23 shooting, which is 52%. He also grabbed 12 boards, dished out 4 assists, stole the ball twice, had 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls. He was 5 for 10 from downtown, which is 50%, pretty darn good. And he was also a perfect 8 out of 8 at the charity stripe. Those are some pretty darn good numbers. LeBron overall in 7 games of the 2013 NBA Finals averaged 25.3 points per game on 45% shooting, 10.9 boards, and exactly 7 assists. So 25, 11, and 7, almost a triple-double. All right, I'll give him that much. Now the question comes to mind, you know, why couldn't LeBron play like this more often in earlier games of the finals, especially the first 3 games? Because keep in mind, it took him up until game 4 to have 30 plus points in this series. Okay, now tonight he had what, 37 points? So tonight he had only 1 game over Michael Jordan's NBA Finals average. Okay, let me say that one more time. LeBron had 1 game in this entire 7-game final series where he scored more points than what that guy right there averaged in the NBA Finals. I mean, is that just... does that just tell you something about Jordan's greatness, or what? And yet some of you still want to claim that LeBron is just as good, if not better, than MJ? I just don't get you guys. I mean, hey, he's an amazing player, the best player in the league this last 2 years at least, no question about that. But you guys really have to stop with the comparisons to, you know, the greatest player of all time. Okay? And like I said, rings is only one category, guys. Just the fact that LeBron has 4 less rings than MJ is only one small reason as to why he is no Jordan. I mean, guys, keep in mind, what was it? Was it game? Yeah, game 6. You know, I believe it was towards the end of the 4th quarter. I cannot recall exactly which point of the game it was, but LeBron thought that, you know, he was gonna get a foul call, which he didn't, and then he just stood there. All right, he just stood there, like giving the ref this dirty look, as if the ref was gonna change his mind and give LeBron the foul call. I mean, come on, LeBron. It's like, dude, it's a 5-on-4 fast break. Instead of standing there and complaining, you know, you should just sprint back on defense to try to contest the Spurs bucket. Because I guarantee you, if that was Jordan, he would not stand there and complain for a no call. He would sprint back on defense and, who knows, probably even block the opposing player's shot. You know, that's one thing that we never saw out of MJ. And by the way, this is the non-asterisk championship for the Heat, okay? Because the 2012 championship was in a lockout season. This season, it was not, so congrats to them, guys. big ups on them. Alright, and I will get to you guys soon. Alright, take care.